I'm up here in the Bighorn Range in Wyoming, Bighorn National Forest, and I'm watching this herd of elk. I counted 77, but I didn't count them all. I think I counted most of them in this herd right here, 77. And you can hear them. You can hear the bulls and the cows out there. It's amazing. They're about 150 yards. The closest ones are about 150 yards, maybe 200 yards. And amazing. I'm going to take a hike. I'm going to go to the right, over here to the west, and I'm going to take a hike on around them and try not to disturb them. So I've hiked up to this point and I run into this little creek, and I'm just kind of following the creek up. The elk, I did disturb the elk, I didn't mean to, but they went on up the ridge, and they're just below the top, about, oh, I don't know, 50 yards or so below the top, not far from that snowbank up there. And I'm not going to disturb them any further unless they decide to take off because they see me or hear me. And I'm going to take off, follow the creek up here a little ways, get up into the trees, maybe cut over or in that area. And I know that there's elk up in that area too, grazing somewhere over that direction. So see what I can get for video without running the elk out of here. Unfortunately, I'm running out of daylight. I would have plenty of daylight, but I have cloud cover. There's a storm rolling in, and of course that wind will affect the quality of the sound, unfortunately. I'm gonna head on up that direction. But I found elk bones. I keep coming across all these bones, and obviously an elk had perished in here. And I come across this great big ivory, and man, it's awesome. So I'll keep looking for more ivory. You know, it could be down in the mud and I may never find it, but anyway, it's interesting. And I got down in here because there was a herd of elk off to the west, about 200 yards to my west, and they didn't see me. So I got down in here so I wouldn't run them off. So I'll climb up out of here in a couple of minutes and take on up the hill. So I thought I was recording, but I wasn't. Anyway, I'm up here about 2/3 of the way up to the top, maybe a little further, and I wanted to get on top of Bald Mountain before sunset, but I'm running out of daylight, and mainly because of that storm, but it is evening. And this GoPro is not great in low light on its own, so I'm gonna have to move along if I want to get up on that ridge and then get back down before dark. And the elk are off in that direction, just beyond that snowbank. They kind of headed out of there when they saw me coming up the mountain. Unfortunately, I really didn't want to disturb them off their pasture. I'll head up there.